Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is December 7th, 2019. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. And for those who are visitors, this is the first time hitting my channel. I do hope you like the content. You'll stick around and check out my videos and see what I'm all about. But anyway, today I want to talk about, in my other video I just did earlier, about slow sales. Now, I know this is a topic that we always hear every now and then that come up, especially with other eBay sellers out there. I know if you go on YouTube, you're going to catch other people talking about the same topics, probably sharing the same information. But I just want to share a little stuff for myself. And what I want to talk about is with the slow sales, hopefully, I'm just throwing this out there, folks. It's not a guarantee it's going to work or not. But, you know, eBay has the promoted listings and the send offer to buyer features. So between the two and a little, you know, modifying of your category and maybe your title, hopefully it'll get you higher ranked in search engine. Well, we hope anyway. I know it's a touchy subject. I know a lot of people don't like hearing about it. Well, I'm talking about the other community chat boards that I went on. It's like I was talking to one earlier, if you see my other earlier video. There are people out there that will also share their pros and cons with it as well. In that last video, the person who I pointed out to was talking about basically, you know, the things you could do to, you know, change it around to make it hopefully get better search results, and also hopefully make sales. How much effort we put into it is what's going to determine how we make our sales and stuff like that. It's like anything else. If you write up good descriptions, you know, the most important thing going along, I'm starting to realize this more and more, is sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but it's always good to check out keywords. That keyword search tool I showed you earlier in the other video. If you use that, or there's also another one too. I think you used to use Google. I think Google has one too where you could type in for the search words, for the keywords that is. In some cases that will help you out. I also talk about watchcount.com in that video. That's the URL is easy enough. It's www.watchcount.com, and if you click that on there, like I said earlier, you could see, you know, who's ranking high within that search category for that particular product. That's another way of doing it. As I said earlier, what I will do is when I get to that stage, you know, for that, when I do that search on watchcount.com, I will go to the first one, the very top one. I will click it on and I start doing comparisons to see, you know, what category they're in, how they put, you know, what's their title all about, the description. I also want to check out the categories. Like I said earlier, I want to make sure my items are in the right category. And I also want to make sure that my pictures are, you know, the resolution on them is pretty clean, clear, crisp. I try to do the best I can with what I have. I don't have a state-of-the-art camera, but it does the job. And, you know, it doesn't matter how expensive the camera is. As long as you got the proper lighting, you got a camera that takes pretty clear pictures, and you can get some good, you know, resolution on there. Why not, right? I don't believe that you have to go out and spend thousands of dollars on cameras and stuff like that. Sure, the more you spend, the better the quality you're going to get. But for the most part, you could get away with probably $100 camera, or you buy from Walmart, Target, or Best Buy, or whatever. You don't need something so, you know, it's so expensive that it's going to, you know, break the bank, so to speak. You want something to just take pictures, you know. But for the most part, I want to go into the window there, and I just want to talk a little about it. I got off the phone with the eBay teammate because there was two ways. Well, he showed me one way. What I was looking to send, I wanted to send some offers to buyers. And when I went to the new window, because you could switch to the classic to the new window they got, I'm going to show you that in a second. It only showed about 5 listings that I could send offers to. And I said, geez, I called up eBay and I said, I have a lot more than that there. I said, how come I could only send to 5? He goes, then he walked me through it. He goes, he says, go to your selling, hit the active listings, and you'll see on there is a bunch of little, you know, captions there, and one will say 13 eligible for, you know, send offers to. So I did that there, and I looked in it, you know, and Yes, lo and behold, it's there, but I don't know why it's not showing up under the other way, because back in the day it was able to do that there, and I'm going to show you, going to point that out to you. So you know, it is what it is, and all we could do is just try and hope for the best. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, and I'm just going to expand a lot. I found another window, another website I want to share with you really quick. It's an eBay related, and I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but I want to make you aware of it if you're not. So I'm going to get to that window right now, so stick around. Okay, before I get started, this goes out to the new subscribers, and if you are a visitor, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URL as to where I get the information from, and the rest is up to you if you'd like to pick up where I left off. It's only this one website here. The rest is going to be about eBay. So I just may share with you. It's from eSeller Cafe. So it's www.esellercafe.com. This story came out December 5th, 2019. And the title is eBay launches new buy again feature to help buyers repurchase products. So we're going to read into it, but I'm not going to read too much into it. However, I will scroll down to the bottom in case you do not want to go to the website, which I highly recommend you do, because they have active hyperlinks in some of these websites I show you. And if you don't go to the website itself, you will not be able to activate those active hyperlinks. And you might definitely want to do that. So I highly recommend you go to the website. It goes on to say, eBay has launched a new feature to make it easy for buyers to repurchase favorite items with new buy again button. Now, I wasn't aware of this here, and that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. Like I said, if you subscribe to my channel, anytime I come across new information, I'm going to put it up there and share it with you guys, especially if you're an eBay seller, or even if you're just, well, basically this deals with eBay, but if you're an e-commerce seller in general, I will be sharing information like this. So I hope you do find the information helpful, and you do like the content I put out in my videos, and you will become a subscriber. That'd be great. But anyway, it goes on to say, people come to eBay to get their favorite items from their favorite sellers. The strength of eBay's marketplace relies on connecting sellers and their listings with buyers. Our customers have shown us that they repurchase the same listings across all categories on the site. Whether it's buying everyday essentials or business and industrial items, they trust people they have bought from and the items they have received before. Okay, so it goes on to say a little over here, I'm not going to read too much into this. Until now, it wasn't easy for buyers to find the same item page again to make a repurchase. eBay says that this was in large part because they have over 1.4 billion listings sold by millions of sellers. Now, it goes on to say now buyers can go to their My eBay purchase page on iOS or the eBay hamburger menu. Okay. All right, hamburger menu on Android, and scroll through a list of their purchase, and the buyer will see the buy again button. This button allows them to quickly purchase that item again from the same seller that they have purchased from before. Now, this is a nice feature. It's new, and I'm hoping you guys will like it. You'll check it out. Again, I didn't know about this. I wasn't aware of it. I just found out about it. I know it came out the 5th, but I just got a Google alert on it. I didn't go through all my emails. So there are going to be times, folks, when the new stuff comes out. I might not be able to get it on the fly to you guys, but for the most part, once it becomes available to me, I will make it available to you. All right. So let's read a little more into this. I don't know. I'm going to end up probably reading the whole thing here. It goes over here. Another new feature is the buy similar button. Okay. Wait, did I skip that there? Okay, right, all right. I just want to make sure I'm not reading the same thing over again. Okay, it says another feature is the buy similar button. Sometimes the item may not be available from the same seller. In this case, the buyer can use a new buy similar button to find the same or similar item through eBay's search algorithm, which surface similar inventory using the purchase title. Buyers will then be presented with either the same product from a different seller, the same product is a different variant such as color, or a similar product from the same brand. All right, now you could check more into this here, folks. I'm not going to read too much in, so I'll scroll down in case you don't. I think, oh, that's it. I think the rest is advertisements. Okay, I know there's not much more to read, but you could check it out for yourself because, like I said, I want to discuss the other stuff, the other issues that I talked about earlier. So check it out if you get a chance. Here's an active hyperlink over here. Now, in the other video, I did click this one on here, and I shared this with you guys. So, but this one here came out. I just received this one before, so that's why I want to share it with you guys. This is a good site too, by the way, folks. eSeller Cafe. It really is good. They got other things here, like when you click on the little hyperlinks, the little titles up here. E-commerce, got the e-commerce platform, customer service, cross-border trade. Then it's got the marketplace, Alibaba Group, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, digital marketing, social media, design functionality, business hub, entrepreneurship, influence, and so on and so forth. And the last 4 days in e-commerce, last 14 days in e-commerce, you can read more about that there. But for all intents and purposes, we are going to bump out of this here. I definitely recommend you check it out. Okay, let's go to the topic here. All right. Now, if you look over here, I'm going to have these items going to be ending soon. You've seen it quick. It was said 19. Now, that's the other thing I want to talk to you guys really quick. Now, for those of you know that eBay, when they implemented that good till cancel thing, that is a problem if you don't catch it right away. Because what happens is if you leave these here, if I leave these items here, they will relist again. Now, I do have some packages that they gave me on the starter store. Of course, you get 100 free listings a month. And plus, they offered me another plan or whatever, package plan or whatever I could use. I think it's an additional 500, I think it was. Anyway, I got an email about it. But if you're getting things like that there and these things do relist, that's no problem. Because like I said, it could use, I don't mind if it relists and it uses up that other plan I got, because I think it's only good to the 8th. Which is good till tomorrow, the whole day tomorrow, and then that's it. After that, that's no good. But if you're a person that's very pressed for listings, and you only got so many allotted to you, you may want to end your items quick, a lot quicker before it goes before the 30 days, because then what happens is it auto reloads again, auto relists, and you could rack up big bills like that too, especially if you're not if you don't have a store. So keep that in mind. I'm going to go through these here one by one, but in the meantime, this is not what I want to talk about, not this part anyway, okay? What I want to share with you guys is, well, first of all, I just want to share this really quick. I got an offer today from a buyer, potential buyer. They offered $10 for this Keurig coffee pot, and I normally I would decline it if it's that low, which it was. To me, it's very low. I think so anyway. And I messaged back. I said, let me message back and see what the story is here. So I messaged back and I counted with them on this here. So I'm waiting to get a response from them. If not, then that's okay. I can't accept the offer. It was really ridiculously low. It was a low ball offer, and I normally would just decline it. But I said, let me give the person the benefit of the doubt. I had to say one thing though. Some people I've seen on other websites where people are selling items similar to this here. One website, the person said, so what do you, not to me, but they said to another person too, what do you buy these things for $5 and you end up selling for a double amount of money, something like that? And I don't think the eBay seller who has a YouTube channel, I don't think the person responded. I think they just let them voice their opinion on it. The bottom line is, even for myself, I don't get these things for nothing. It does cost me money on them. So, I mean, that's what we're here on eBay for, right? We all want to try to make a living. We want to make a little money, a little profit on the side. I don't usually discuss what I buy these items for. I will tell you what I sold them for, but I don't really tell you what I bought them for, because in the past, I was on another seller's YouTube channel, and the buyer, the seller, would sit there telling everybody how much he buys these items for and what's he selling for, and he was getting a couple nasty remarks. Well, not nasty, but a little, out there, like, how dare you buy something so cheap and sell it for so much money? You should be ashamed of yourself. I haven't had that happen, not yet, because I don't disclose what I pay pay for these things. I can assure you this though. Without getting too much into it, I don't get these things for really cheap for $5 or $10. I'll put it to you that way. I wish I could, but I don't. So that's not saying too much, but I guess you could read in between the lines. But anyway, yeah. So I'm waiting for the person to get back on here, get back to me on this here. I made a counter offer, so we'll see what happens. Normally I just decline it, but I said let me give the person the benefit of the doubt. All right. Anyway, let's bump out of here. Okay, now these items here, these are the ones I was talking about earlier about as far as ending them. Here's my little words of wise. If you are going to, if you are, again, you have limited amount of your listings that you are allotted to you, whether it be the 50 free listings or like myself, I have 100 free listings. You got to watch, because you will be able, whatever, depending how many you have, left over, this will eat those listings up, what I'm saying, the ones that are available. So right now, I'm going to let these, what do you call it there, relist, because there's 4 hours on each of them for the simple reason I got watches on them. And I think as long as you let them relist, even with the good to cancel, which they are, I think the same things, I don't think it affects the watch if I'm not mistaken. I think it's when you end them and start all over again, that's when you lose the watches. That's why I understand it. So I'm going to let these 3 relist again, so I'm not going to bother ending these here. But again, if you are a person that is very limited with that there, and you don't have many free listings that have been allotted to you, you may want to keep watch on that there. And you could watch the hours, track the hours on it, and then just end it right before that, or otherwise it'll relist again. So just be careful with that. All right, enough with that. I'm going to go over here right now, and I want to show you what I got here. Okay, now in regards to the offers, when I went this way here, what you would do is to get there. Let me just show you that really quick. You go to My eBay, you click on My Summary, and then when you go over here to Activity, you'll click Sell. Okay, when you click Sell, it brings this window up. Okay, now this window here is you can see the text is very small in here. Not that it makes a difference and stuff, but for the most part, what you want to do is switch. You see over here where my mouse cursor is here? Switch to the new selling overview. When you click that on, everything's a little bigger here, right? You can see it now, it's bigger. Okay, now you'll be able to revise your listings, and you'll also be able to send offers. Now here's the problem I had now with the new window. Now I called up eBay in regards to this here because they said I have 13, which I do. I do have 13 eligible offers to make to people. But if you look over here, you'll see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's only 5 here. Okay, now on that new window, okay, that's the new window now. Remember, the other one, the classic one, was with the small print. It was a little different format. But this one only allows me to send the offers to 5 people. Okay, now I know I have more than 5 because I've seen it. So he told me to go to the windows here. What you do is you go over again, you go to here, and you go to Summary. Well, actually, he did a little roundabout way, but we'll just go this way here, and he'll say you go to Sell. He brings you, he walks you through it like that. So you'll go to the Sell, and it'll bring you to this window again, but we don't want to go to this particular one. I want to switch back to the classic view in this particular case. So let's switch to the classic view. All right, we're going to switch back, and you're going to get that little message again. Okay, so I'm going to go, here's what I do. Rather than go all through those steps, just go to Sell on the bar here on the window, and when you go to Sell, it's going to bring up this window here. He pointed out, he goes, you see over here, it says send eligible 13. Send off is right. Send off is eligible. You got 13. So in the beginning, I told him, I said, well, I don't see those offers here because the way I understand it from another teammate, anything that's only 1, even though you say, well, what about all these watches? You should have all of them. The way I understand it is it's supposed to be, I think, 2 or more in order for you to be eligible to send those, what do you call it there, offers to these buyers. Okay, this is what I was told by another teammate prior to speaking to this one. This was done a while back. I spoke to that person. Now, if you look over here, you don't see it. Okay, you don't see where it's the ones for the promoted, right, eligible offers. What you got to do is when you go up here, let me click this on again. It'll bring you to these here with the 2. Now, these are the ones right here. See, quantity 2. All right, you could say send offers. It's simple enough to do if you haven't done it before. I have a pre-formatted thing there. Let me just bump out of this window really quick, and I'll show you the. It's a copy and paste thing I do. All right, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to do one for time being, and then I'm just going to then we'll take it from there. So let me bump out of here really quick. Stay here, stay tuned here. Okay, don't leave just yet. I'm going to show you the little snippet that I put in there when I'm making the best offer. Okay. Here's I just enlarged it to 200% so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, when I'm going to send the offers to the potential buyers, hopefully the potential buyers, I just wrote over here, hi, I'm doing a price drop on some selected items. In my store, I wanted to offer you a discounted price for this item. If you are happy with the price, please feel free to contact me, or you can use the buy it now feature, or buy it now if you accept my offer. Thank you for your time, RJ Pasini. Okay, this is basically a format I use to just copy and paste it, which I'm going to do, but I don't want that big, so we're just going to shrink it down to the 100% one like that. And it's going to be that way, of course, and we're just going to copy it like that. And I'm just going to go to that one window there. Oops, we're going back to my screen here. This is one of my screen. Okay, that was all right. And we're going to go to, let's see, basically what you would do is, I'm not going to click it on just yet because this is meant for the buyers. You're probably saying, oh, then you'll know what I'm looking for. But anyway, what you would do is, I know, guys, I'm sorry. Wait, let me go back over here again. Let me go to this here. Let me get to that window. I'm sorry. You got to go over here, send offers, okay? So you're going to get this here, and you're going to offer, it says over here, send offers to buyers interesting items. You would put over here a price, whatever the price is going to be. And then you could message the buyer, of course. You know, you put it over here, and you would put this here, paste it. And then once it goes there, and then it'll go say bamboo brown size, whatever, one interested buyer, the current price is that, and it's the offer price, and then you got and plus the calculated shipping. And that's how that would go, okay? That's how you would do that there, all right? It's pretty cut and dry. It's, it's simple enough, but that's how you would do it. And if you're going to, like I said, my recommendation is, if you're going to send offers to buyers, make a little template, make a, do something like I'm doing here, so you just copy and paste it. It'll save you a little time, but type in all this information over and over again, which a lot of people probably wouldn't do anyway, because it makes sense to do this, right? Right. Okay. And then you also got you tell us what you think. I'm sure it's a good feature and stuff like that, but that's one way of doing it. Let's go to the all active ones here, like that. And this is just to give you an example here. What you would do is, you could also unpromote them as well. You would go over here. If you're going to change it, well, here's how, disregard this part here, but if you're going to change this here, you would go over here, edit the promote listing here, and you could just say stop promoting. Okay, just like that. Now, in this particular one here, I got it 1%, because if you go at the trending rate of 6.2%, look what happens. Watch this number to the right here. All right. Let's take it to 6.2%. Not going to be much, because it's based on the price of the item. But again, I give eBay enough money as far as that part goes, and that's what it's going to cost me additional to my final value fees and all the other fees that you got to pay. So and the only time you'll get charged for this, is if the item sells. Okay. And the bad thing about that, though, is I'm going to cancel out, of course. What do you call it? If you got best offers, you're cutting yourself really cut dry. That's why I don't recommend to do it like that. Leave it at the 1%, and do it that way. Here, let's get it like that. There you go. 10 cents. I mean, 10 cents is doable than the other amount. But that's the trending rate. That's the trending rate. And anytime you want to find out what it was, you can see it over here too. But if you always want to change it, you don't go over here to do that there. You don't go to this one here. The only time you're going to come here is if you want to promote the listing. And you would go to the edit feature, and you could do all of them at one time. That's what I did here. Or you could just do the selected ones. All right. But again, now see here, now I have on this little bar up here, it says promoted listings. All 108 of them are listed with promoted listings. The send offers are eligible for 13. I got best offers on two of them, and the best offer added was on all 106 of them. I don't know where to get this here. 108 over here, and this one. Oh, it's promoted listings. I'm sorry. And all of them, all my listings, the 106 of them. Well, they got 108. That's because of the quantity that's throwing it off. Some might sell 2 things or whatever. It'll be up here, and you could do that as well. Make best offers, or you could change some of them if you don't want to. But you can see on my listings here, some are going to end in 23 hours. Certain ones I'm going to probably end early, because I don't know if I want them to relist again. So that's the thing that you also want to keep track of too, folks, when it comes to this here. Because again, if you don't have enough if you didn't get any promotions from eBay, you will. And if you get like 100, like I get 100 free listings a month. When you start listing these over and over again, when they start relisting, they'll start eating them up depending on when they're going to end. So be careful with that. Keep track on that. I'm going to see what ones I'm going to take off. I know they sent me an offer, a promotional offer for, I think, an additional, was it 500 or 100, whatever it was. If I have that one there for 100, 500, and it's good till the 8th, I don't know if it retracts back, you know, in other words, if it comes off, but I think as long as you get, as long as you get them in before the 8th is over, you should be good. So just be careful on that, but always track the time left, because again, if you don't, with the good till cancel, they auto relist again. Okay, that's why I understand it to work, and that's the way it has been working for me anyway. So, and the ones that, like I said, the ones that I have ended, or I should say ended, I'm going to let those 3, like I showed you earlier, to you know, relist again, because they got watches on them. I would do that. The only time I do the auto relisting or let it auto relist is if they have watches, and if I have enough you know, free listings available to me, or else otherwise I'm not going to. I'll just end them, and I'll, you know, relist them at my own leisure. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you know, you could jack up some big bills with this. I had someone on one of the community chat boards was saying they give eBay like $300 a month. They probably have a lot of high volume sales. You know, what do you call it, listing? You know, they're probably a high volume seller that does a lot of listings, and that's probably why. But when you do all that, like I said, when you have the good to cancel and it auto relist, you could rack up some big bills. Believe me, I was there at one time. I had almost 400 listings, and I had to cut back on. I couldn't do it. The price I was paying for the listing fees before I had the store was almost like the price of a little, like at least a mid-sized car, compact car. That's how much it was costing me monthly. So you got to be careful with that, folks. All right, let me just close the video out, so don't go anywhere, and I just want to close it out really quick. Well, that concludes this video, folks. I hope that information helped. I'm sorry if I was going a little off here and there with certain things. I'm just trying to get this information out to you guys. This is going to be, no, there aren't going to be no more videos for today. I did my 2. That's okay. I'm good with that. So I just want to share that information with you guys out there. Like I said again, if you are new to my YouTube channel and you do like the content I put out, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you are a visitor and you like the content I put out, please, you know, I welcome you, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. But anyway, have a great day. I'm wishing you guys all the best in eBay sales. If you tried any of those things I just talked about, the promoted listings and the what do you call it there, and the send offers to buyers, let me know if you made out good, if it helped or not, if you're using it, if you think it's worth it. If not, drop a comment below, let me know, share it with us. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Until next time, my name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Let's Talk eBay. Have a great day. Until next time, bye bye for now.